Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
You might be hearing booms, bangs, and crackles right now as your neighbors light fireworks. It's perfectly legal, but police want you to still know that there are limits as well. Each year, police departments are flooded with calls complaining about people lighting fireworks.
So it's a good time to ask, what exactly are the rules? Mara McDonald is live in Sterling Heights tonight. And Mara, for starters, people need to know state law supersedes local ordinance when it comes to fireworks, right?
You know, Devin, I think that's where most of the confusion around all of this really starts. There's so many communities across Michigan that have these local ordinances that say no fireworks. Okay, fine. Here's the thing. The state law that applies to only certain days of the year, like say the 4th of July weekend, says, yep, you can light this off wherever you want across the state. Let me show you. For some, the thrill of seeing a professional show is where it's at.
This is trip number 2 of 3. There'll be one more tomorrow.
For others, it's all about the backyard or the neighborhood block party, which Michigan state law says is perfectly permissible.
The excitement of it, just in the awe of it going up.
From June 29th through July 4th, it extends to July 5th if it falls on a Friday or a Saturday. And the timing's clear, 11 a.m. to 11:45 p.m.
Usually we're done and starting to clean up by then.
But not everybody does, and local police departments will be getting deluged with calls.
There's going to be fireworks going off all weekend long, and we have extra patrols specifically for that. It will be busy.
The thing to remember, no matter what your community's local ordinance says about fireworks, on every other day of the year, state law overrides it 12 to 13 days out of the year around holidays.
I actually didn't know that.
And this is a biggie, you must light them off on private property.
You cannot set off fireworks anywhere except for private property or private property that you have the permission of the owner to be on. You can't do it in church parking lots, you can't do it in the street, you can't do it on the sidewalk. It has to be private property.
Well, we're having a malfunction with my sparkler. Just so you know, and one more thing from police. Do you realize that for children under 14, more than 50% of the injuries they get on this kind of a weekend is from sparklers, not even from the big stuff. So a reminder from police, please monitor the little ones if they're running around with these things having fun. And one more thing, they really don't want to have to, write you a ticket on 4th of July weekend because you're violating the rules. Be a good neighbor. We're live in Sterling Heights tonight. I'm Mara McDonald. Local 4.
And Dr. McGeorge this week told us that a lot of the problems come from malfunctioning fireworks. So Mara, put that one in a cup of water. Exactly. Yeah. All righty. Well, speaking of water, we saw some rain roll through Metro Detroit this afternoon. We've needed it, but not everyone got it.
That's right. A lot of us need the rain. Parts of Metro Detroit are close to drought conditions at that. So let's check in with Paul Gross with how much rain we saw and who got the most, Paul.
Yep. Some of us had some downpours and some of us didn't. Look at Bloomfield Hills. Jan Klein emailed me with 0.61 inches of rain today. Sue Draub in Manchester, 0.58. Then it drops off a lot in some spots. Ann Arbor, 0.2 of an inch. And look at this, not even 1/10 of an inch at Metro, City Airport, and in Waterford. So that's not going to do it. I mean, we have very dry conditions. I got a tweet from somebody in Ortonville that said not a drop today. Anyhow, radar estimates rainfall amounts. This is Storm Tracker 4, and you can see this area right here in southern Macomb County. We talked about it in Local 4 News at 5 and 6. This could be about an inch of rain here between 696 and Metro Parkway, and another one in Lapeer County here. This yellow stripe here, this could be 2 inches or more of rain, but as you can see, some areas really didn't get it. I'll be back with your weekend forecast. Really not much of a rain chance. We'll talk about it in just a few, guys.
Paul, thank you. Many of your friends and families may be gone for the long holiday weekend, but if they hit the road, they could be facing one of their most frustrating trips in a while. The national average price for a gallon of gas is just under $5 a gallon. Of course, that might vary depending on where you travel. Here in Michigan, though, the average price is $4.97. That's down about 2 cents from yesterday. But last year, we were paying just $3.21 a gallon. And if you're brave enough to fly right now, beware delays and cancellations are out there. A flight tracking website is reporting 548 cancellations Within, into, or out of the United States, Detroit hasn't been doing too badly with just 1% of its flights canceled and 17% delayed. Keep checking those flights, though, whether you're leaving or waiting for someone to come visit. We'll be watching the situation as well all weekend long.
That's good. I think 1% is like a normal day, so that's nice. Michigan's Attorney General is making her next move in the criminal case surrounding the Flint water crisis. Today, Dana Nessel confirmed prosecutors have filed, in a way refiled, motions to continue the charges against 9 people, including former Governor Rick Snyder. Earlier this week, the jarring news came that the Michigan Supreme Court was setting aside the charges because the judge in the case didn't have the power or authority to indict them. Now, the Attorney General pursuing the charges in lower courts. An attorney for one of the defendants, Nick Lyon, says there is no logical or legal reason for the motions and that they will fight them in court.
Wayne County prosecutors are bringing charges in the case of a home invasion and sexual assault involving a 78-year-old woman. Happened on the city's east side, not far from the intersection of Cadju and Chandler Park Drive. Police released video of the suspect they say was trying to break into a home. When the 78-year-old resident confronted him, prosecutors say he knocked her down, pulled her pants down, and put his body on top of hers. A 30-year-old Detroit man turned himself in yesterday and is expected to be arraigned tomorrow.
There is new reaction to a story we brought you about police officers wearing body armor in public places.
Well, one local ice cream shop asked officers to ditch the gear when they stop in for a scoop, and some people say the armor makes them uncomfortable. So the whole debate inspired a very different reaction from one young man who's winning a lot of friends within the Detroit Police Department tonight. Sean, good evening.
Good evening to you, Kimberly. His name is Roger Barrow. He knows all about serving ice cream. He has an ice cream business. Barrow also knows all about wearing body armor. He was a court officer in East Point for a number of years. Tonight, he took his ice cream out to Detroit police, the men and women in blue and in body armor.
Chocolate, Superman.
Roger Barrow's ice cream truck is called Street Scoops.
Loaded up on Superman to give back to the superheroes.
He's hitting the street for one sweet job where he won't make one dime.
Kind of upset me a little bit because, I mean, at the end of the day, we're all human.
Barrow saw where the owner of Cold Truth Soft Serve, Tim Mahoney, said police in body armor were not welcome and would not be served at his ice cream shop on Cass in Detroit.
Cops are out here, especially in Detroit, they're working run to runs.
Barrow knows ice cream and knows what it's like to wear body armor.
My brother's in law enforcement. My brother-in-law's in law enforcement. I worked at the district court over in East Point for a while, so I know all about wearing a bulletproof vest.
So he's taking his ice cream.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything, man.
To the men and women in blue and in body armor.
Thank you guys for your service.
I was like, you know what?
Thank you.
Let me head down to Detroit and give back to all these officers that are wearing vests all day. It's hot outside, and they would love a scoop of ice cream.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Every officer here tells us they got the message that they are not welcome at the Cold Truth shop. Officers here are alerting other officers out on patrol
Unit to 9, be advised.
that they are welcome at Barrow's truck at the 9th Precinct.
There is ice cream that was donated available at the station.
And the response he's getting from police is pretty sweet.
Appreciate you, man. Anytime, man. Appreciate it. Yep.
You didn't have to do that.
Anytime, man. No, but we're here to help you guys out. And
Now let's get back to Cold Truth Soft Serve's owner. He says he really wanted to start a dialogue here, a conversation about body armor. He says it's intimidating to him. He says his customers find it to be disturbing. He is asking the city of Detroit to minimize the use of body armor with officers in what he is calling our spaces. Barrow says he did what he did tonight to add to that conversation, saying he wanted to engage with police, not exclude them for what they may or may not be wearing for their own protection. We're live downtown tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4, back to you.
Appreciate that update, Sean. Thanks.